Now, I don't know about you guys, but don't you guys find it very surreal that we are in a time where Disney is becoming a failing business, a failing, of course, corporate structure that has theme parks, movies, TV shows, and everything related to, of course, merchandise that's just going to an all-time low. You know, 20, 25 years ago, you would have never thought about any of this even beginning to happen, with, of course, everything revolving around Disney, of course. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support, and let's get into exactly what's going on with Bob Iger. Now, I have said this more times than I can count, that Bob Iger is nothing more than a liar. He always lies through his teeth, he always manipulates, the audience or his customers, and refuses to accept the ultimate truth at hand, that Disney really is in a very tough spot and is in serious trouble on all fronts. Disney Plus, their parks, their movies, their merchandise, all of which is beginning to struggle, and it's beginning to struggle bad, to the point that Iger had to initiate that cost containment plan about spending less and making less. Now let's get into exactly what's going on with the Disney Purge. We talked about this a couple of days ago, that during one of their emergency meetings, they initiated this Disney Purge that's going to take over the course of the next 11 to 12 months, give or take, by layoffs, firings, whatever have you, reduction in Disney movies, be it Marvel, Star Wars, or just regular Disney product films, etc. However, what's interesting is exactly what Bob Iger had to say by admitting to a lot of this. Now, with Bob Iger now dealing with the Indy 5 box office fallout, along with the Snow White backlash, he has been in a delicate position as CEO lately. However, recently Iger touched on the subject of the upcoming Disney Purge that is about to take place, of course, ranging from firings to cutbacks and cancellation of projects. Now, Iger delivered the following. Well, look, as I addressed this earlier in this week, we had to initiate our cost containment plan to break even on our returns and spending. It was the only option that we had to pursue, but we are looking at further layoffs of employees all around later this year, and it's something that we are trying to organize carefully. This ranges from our productions of films, TV shows, to the theme parks, and of course everything around the globe, and even to our corporate ladder. It's just something that unfortunately needs to be done and addressed to evolve where we are in the world right now for multiple factors. We will be addressing more of our cutbacks on films, shows, etc. surrounding Star Wars, Marvel, and even more of our regular Disney products that have been in early development. It's about discovering what's really in demand and focusing solely on that to ensure that we hold a steady stream of revenue to our company. Now guys, let me just stop here for 1 second about Iger. Now, basically, not so long ago, he really denied any kind of claims of being concerned about the company going downhill or going downhill fast, or any kind of concerns surrounding their stocks, or anything like that. And here we have him literally admitting to this Disney Purge, more layoffs, more firings, more cutbacks and cancellations of movies and or TV shows surrounding Star Wars, Marvel, and more. And not just because of the writer's strikes of, everything going on with SAG and just the writer's strike in general, but this really makes me wonder to myself, and asking to you guys here, do you really think that this Rey movie's gonna happen? Do you really believe that they are gonna pursue a Lando Calrissian series? Because I don't think so. I mean, yes, they still are trying to get this Rey movie filmed by April of 2024, but I just don't see this happening, guys. I really do not see this happening with the strikes that are going on. They're gonna have to delay these Marvel and Star Wars movies again, further, by a handful of months. We could even see a lot of these products, or projects I should say, going into 2027. And that really is not a good sign for Disney. People are going to grow very tired, they're going to grow very much fatigued over waiting for these movies to come out. For those that even want a Rey movie is beyond me, but if you guys want to see that, that's fine. We're all human beings, we have our opinions, but it's safe to say that the masses, the majority, do not want something like that. But I digress. He goes on to elaborate further, the goal is to keep our streaming business model strong, as well as our cinematic releases in theaters, but dwindling it down to only a bare minimum. But cutbacks on projects are needed. Layoffs will be something to pursue. The exact time frame of that I can't tell you right now, but we are looking into it. I don't really buy into our audience and fans being unhappy with our products or our customers revolting, but we have come to realize that fatigue, price hikes, and other factors are the major roles at hand here that may need some adjustments during this economy, down the road, as well, and that's something that we are analyzing as well to better ensure our success in the streaming model and everywhere else. We will have more to address during one of our future earnings calls that we will be pleased to share with our shareholders and to the general public. Now again, Bob Iger has not got a clue of what he's talking about. He doesn't have any idea of what's really going on. Yes, there are unhappy customers. Yes, there are unhappy fans of your Disney products. People do not like everything of what's going on with Star Wars. People feel that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is taking a big hit, with the exception of Deadpool 3, must I add. I think that's going to be a very big hit for, of course, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But everything else is just looking very lackluster. Even their regular Disney remakes. Snow White is going to be, man, I believe the bomb of all bombs on Disney, box office results. I really do believe that. And I posted this on Twitter asking you guys what you thought about that. I know it's too early to tell, but I do wholeheartedly believe that this could very well be the biggest box office failure by Disney, and it's going to be quite ironic because everything started with Snow White, and it could all tumble with Snow White. Everything started back in 37, and it could all very well end in 24. So, like I say, Bob Iger really is lying again. He's saying how that basically everything is related only to price hikes and to fan fatigue. That's not the case, guys. Yeah, sure, prices are expensive at their parks. Some people would even say that their Disney Plus subscriptions are too much money for the annual fee. I get that. But I don't think that's the real problem. I think that the real problem is people are very much disinterested. They're tired of the agendas. They're tired of all of these different things that are being shoved down people's throats without any kind of remorse, mind you, without kind of taking any kind of feedback into effect. People are beginning to wake up. Even the casual audiences are beginning to realize that Disney is doing this solely on purpose. And that's the truth. So look, we know that the board is very unhappy with Iger, but they're giving him the benefit of the doubt for 2023. They are putting all bets on Haunted Mansion, The Marvels, and Wish to succeed at the box office. If they all come to fail, they want to fire him and replace him by January of 2024. So guys, drop a comment below, fill me in below what you guys have to say about the whole Iger situation and everything going on with Disney as a whole. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again, no.